morning, everybody. Good morning and greetings to all on this World Meditation Day. A day when we remind ourselves that it's important to be at peace. It's important to take care of ourselves, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. This day we are observing at Bombay Teachers Training College, not just for the reason of celebrating it as any other day, but as we all know and agree that teaching is increasingly becoming a so-called stressful profession. And more than anybody else, it's the teachers today who need some more peace, who need some more guidance to stay at peace. And by peace, it just doesn't mean the peace that is known to everybody, but the peace that we feel from within, the satisfaction, the internal strength that we get from within. That's what I'm talking about. And for this, today, we are celebrating this World Meditation Day in a different way, not just listening to a person who would guide us through to remain at peace, physically, emotionally, mentally, but also through our own introspections. I am sure everybody has received a small treat. Geeta is going to lead you through the activity and find out areas within you which need some care. And so I invite Geeta to formally begin with this event and introduce the activities.
Good morning, everyone. Meditation is the art of silencing the mind to hear the soul. Meditation clears the mind, eases stress, and boosts emotional well-being. It sharpens focus, deepens self-awareness, and brings inner peace. With regular practice of meditation, it can even enhance our physical health and help us tackle our day-to-day life problems. In honor of World Meditation Day, we invite you to participate in the awareness wall activity. Life challenges like stress, anxiety, and lack of attention affects all of us. This activity offers a space to acknowledge these struggles and explore how meditation can help. Geeta have given you all the papers. Write down one personal challenge on the paper or your struggle that you face while attending lectures and place it on a why meditation wall. We will discuss how meditation can address these issues and end with a guided meditation session led by Mrs. Savita N Kumar, who will help us experience relaxation and mindfulness. Let's reflect, share, and grow together.
Carry it. I'll just.
I would request you all or invite you all to take a brief few seconds to reflect. Do not take the pen directly, do not look at the paper. Just keep everything down and take a deep breath and reflect on the question that has been asked for your right about. If you're comfortable closing your eyes or opening your eyes, that doesn't matter. But what was the question? What are the challenges that I face in my daily life to be at peace or be at the moment, in the now? Right? Am I correct? So, before you start writing, just give yourself few seconds to take a deep breath and understand that, hey, what are my challenges? Because we are just moving. And in the moment, we are not even reflecting that what are our challenges. A quick minute. Yeah? And whenever you all are ready, you can start writing. But give yourself that moment before you start. Everyone, have you been able to put down at least one? At least minimum one. Okay, then we can begin. Yeah.
A very good morning to all of you. Now I have written down one personal challenge on a sticky note. It's very important for us to know about our resource person for today's session. It's my good privilege to welcome Mrs. Savita N Kumar as our resource person for today's session. Yeah, give her a huge round of applause. Mrs. Savita N Kumar is a highly skilled and compassionate psychotherapist, healer and wellness coach whose dedication to holistic healing and personal growth is truly inspiring. Her expertise in psychotherapy, Reiki healing, life coaching and family constellation sessions offers profound support for those seeking balance and transformation in their lives. Mrs. Savita's approach combines deep empathy with professional insight, empowering individuals to overcome challenges and embrace their full potential. Her work is a true testament to her passion for helping others achieve peace, clarity, and well-being. We are honored to welcome you, ma'am, and grateful for the opportunity to be guided by your expertise. Thank you.
Inviting you, ma'am, on stage for a small token of appreciation for my right now. I invite ma'am to go through the challenges that our students have posted on these chits and lead us towards trying to find an amicable way of dealing with these challenges, trying to find solutions for our life and take our everyday into our life.
You want me to read them aloud? A lot of them. I'll read a few of them and
Ma'am is speaking without a mic. You will have to be more attentive and quiet.
So I went through, and what I see basically is the challenge of focus and lack of sleep, right? And emotions. If I summarize, I see these three in these chits. And there were certain chits where there was overthinking about how people behave with self, right? So basically when we say how, because it is about meditation, I would focus on this, that how you can actually deal with all of this with meditation, right? The first thing is my question to you all is that when you all say that lack of sleep, there are a lot of things which have written sleep is not proper. So, what are the challenges when you go to bed? Instagram, I heard, yes.
A sudden thought of something that is happening bad, or something that might happen bad, or something I have to deal with, and I know that that situation or that thought is going, that particular situation is going to not be in my favor. So how am I supposed to deal with that situation? So that kind of thought basically.
So, a future related thought which may or may not be in your favor. Can we summarize it that way? Okay. Next.
A lot of thoughts, and majority time it's overthinking something that might not even happen, and it's all negative.
Right? So it's anyone else? Instagram, I heard. And this is both similar, that it is about overthinking about what is to happen. Right? Anyone else? Anything other than this? Yes.
Sometimes it is difficult to calm your racing thoughts. You have, even if it's not a negative or positive, just your mind is running too much. And even if you want to sleep, you're constantly thinking.
Constant thinking. Right? Fine. So all related to thinking. Okay? And internet or whatever the Instagram, Facebook, this is like a major crisis nowadays. Right? So basically setting up a time where you would just give up your phone. It's like disowning. And that time has to be decided by you. Nobody else can give you that time. Trust me, coming with all the things, I have decided I would give up my phone, TV at a particular time. I will disown that they exist. It was not easy for me. Right? Whatever I am reading, it could be about my subject or whatever, but disowning something which is causing harm to you will help you to, it will not happen in a day. It will not. It is like, okay, if I switch off my phone at 2 o'clock, there are people who do that. In this class also, I'm sure there would be many who do that. So what will I do is, I will start disowning it at 1:30. Suddenly I can't say I will start disowning it at 11. That will not happen. That will create more anxiety. What do I do? The problem with giving up these external things is there is a vacuum inside. So dealing with that vacuum is important. So now what is that vacuum? Why is that created? Is because of these thoughts. I'm connecting both of them. The more the need for the outside information to reach you, and the more the need to get involved with the outside world is causing thoughts. The moment you decide that, okay, this is my limit, then you will disconnect yourself from the information. Like there was a time when nobody knew what another city is doing or what is happening in another city. Today we are bombarded with information so much that we do not have our own space. And I see in most of the chits we are talking about this only. And because this has happened so much, what is happening is the worry about other people is increasing. Unless there was no knowledge that what the next person is doing, we did not have the need to worry what that person would be thinking about us. in one of the chits I read that thinking about how people would think or how people would behave, how people have behaved and why they have behaved, etc. etc. But my question here is, what was your contribution to that particular situation? Whether it is someone's behavior or it is about something, some situation, just as one of my friends said that thinking about the consequences, right? So now when that consequence is not in present, losing the present, what is it giving?
More anxiety.
Right? So now coming to, that is a fact. And we all go through the situation that we do get so anxious that this thing will not help at all. Losing this thing is like I'm losing my now and I will not get sleep and all that. If someone tells you, hey, come on, listen, forget about tomorrow, sleep today. That's not enough. Right? Because that is not happening. That is why this question has come. Okay? So certain things like counting numbers from backwards, that helps. That is one. Right? Why I gave this thing is because this is action. And today's generation is so used to action that tell them to just quiet their mind and take a deep breath and sleep off is like giving them a punishment. So that was true, okay, at least 2 decades or 3 decades earlier, if we tell you that, okay, just silent your mind and don't think. But there is so much happening around you that what is there in you is just happening. So doing an active work, you know, there are things that individually you all know that help you to maybe distract yourself from the thing that is going on in your mind. Even if you're able to come to, even if you're able to not sleep off, but at least do something which is keeping you away from that continuous thought, repetitive thought of which is not even valid right now. So that could be anything, right? It could be reading a book. It could be taking up a pen and starting to write down your thoughts which are just bothering you. Just write them down. Because that will help you reflect. कि ये खिचड़ी जो मेरे दिमाग में पक रही है उसको मुझे तो एटलीस्ट दिखे तो सही हो. अभी तो मुझे इंग्रेडिएंट भी नहीं पता है. Most of the time we don't even know that why that thinking is going on. The very important question that you can ask yourself is, why am I thinking this particular aspect at this very moment? That brings you to the now. And how is it going to help me? These are questions you need to ask yourself. How is it going to help me by thinking about this right now? Is this even kind of valid? Like अगर तुमको एग्जाम समझो नेक्स्ट मंथ देना है, but you are sitting right now in the examination. Is it making sense? No. So when I talk about meditation, this is what I talk about, coming back to the now. Now, and this can be possible by any activity that brings you back to the now. Meditation does not necessarily mean sitting down, chanting, or listening to a particular thing, or even breathing. These are all ways. The way that suits you will only be your way. Like I can give you a live example. Today, after a very long time, I have traveled in the morning hours. But this journey was meditative to me. Right? Have you all ever thought of meditation like this? This half an hour was the most easiest meditative time for me today. Can everyone believe that? Have you all experienced that? Did you all think that you all are meditating at that time? No. But that is what I call meditation. When I say meditation, it is about, okay, it is the moment when I am fully here to and open to whatever is happening. That is when you create those hormones in your body which are that active. Any questions? Have somewhere at least 20% I have answered your queries from the chip. I'm not saying 100% because it's not easy to have an answer that way. But I'm sure 20%. Yeah.
What about while we are sleeping, our mind is on overdrive and we start feeling restless?
Yes. Now, what did you do just before sleep?
Nothing mostly, just trying to concentrate and trying to get
Before sleeping, trying to concentrate
on my sleeping so that I will sleep always.
The more you are concentrating on the sleep, the more you are creating anxiety to sleep. What you need to focus on is, I am done with my day. Now whether I sleep or don't sleep, I am done with my day. I retire. वो बोलते ना लाइक जितना तुम एक चीज के पीछे भागोगे वो उतना ही तुमको दूर दिखती है, right? So it's about just accepting that okay, I am done with my day now. Whenever I get sleep, because you're like, मेरे को सोना है. I want to sleep. I want to sleep. I want to sleep. I want to sleep. So much you are telling that you want to sleep, and you are always telling you want to sleep. When you say you want to sleep, is it present or is it future? You always keep running behind that sleep. Have you ever noticed that when you start reading, you just go off to sleep? Why? Because you're not actually thinking of sleeping. You're just relaxed. Right? You're just being. So the moment you start being rather than in the mode of doing, when you say I want to sleep, are you a doer or you are a being? You're being. Are you doing or being? Are you? Think. Exactly. So to relax, to reach that phase of feeling in the now, you need to be. You don't need to do. The issue is that currently in this world, the doing is so much highly rated that being has lost its essence. It's not okay to be. Come on, you're not doing anything. How come you're not doing anything?
In fact, it's so ingrained that irrespective of people telling us or not, we keep telling ourselves, oh, how will you rest? Oh,
Exactly.
you have so much to do. Why are you not doing anything? It's not even the people telling us, it's our own selves.
Very true.
Agree.
I also read in a lot of chits that they are unable to manage their time, something of that
I'm
sort.
coming.
And there's so much work at hand that how can I allow myself to rest? How can I focus? Because I have so much to do. It's also multitasking and many.
I'm coming to that because I read that.
Just adding to a point that we say that of the day, after coming back from college and work, I'll just do this by this time, like 11 or 12. But physically I feel so tired that the moment I go to my bed, like around 10:30, I go to sleep. In the morning when I wake up with that guilt that I couldn't do that yesterday. So and that kind of creates a pressure on the entire next day. So how can we not let that happen to us?
So, my first question is, ask yourself that whatever you all have planned, right? Whatever you have planned for the day, is it doable? Humanly, is it doable?
There are days when I would need to procrastinate and do nothing, and there are days when I can do literally 1 week's worth of work in that 2 or 3 hours. So it's maybe like an energy splurge that happens over the week, and it's not that easy to decipher if the list that I do, the checklist that I make is doable or not. Because there are days when my checklist is complete, and there are days when I have to complete it 3 days worth of checklist. So how do we like manage that?
So the days when you are able to finish the 3 days of work in 1 day, just capture that energy of yours. That what is my energy that day? So can I have that energy at least an hour or two every day? So we all have this productive time, right? And everyone's productive time is different. Okay? So people say ki all the morning, start early in the morning, so that you are on time. Not necessarily that is true for everyone. What is your productive time? That will happen only if you reflect on that. Write down what was your schedule today and what time was the most productive time of your day. Like, I'm just talking about a client of mine. She actually doesn't work all the day throughout in the office. But just at the end of the day, or even if she works more after the office hours, and she is able to complete what is necessary. So what is important? Completing, right? So reflecting on what is your productive hour of the day. Do not walk against the wind. You all are wasting your energy if you walk against the wind. Just as she said right now that there are days when I can do a 3 days work in 1 day, but there are other days, even if you're putting in that 3 hours and sitting down, you're not able to do anything. That creates anxiety about guilt about not being able to do. Right? Yeah.
Ma'am, shall we say that, like for me, personally for me, I know I'm able to do my work at night when there's no one around me walking in the house or whatever. Okay, let's say at a moment of my life when I'm all alone. Maybe that is Sunday morning when I'm home, or maybe at night. But then, is it that is a habit that I've adopted since childhood?
Possibly. But is it working for you?
Yes, it is.
That's what matters. Right? Now if she tries that I want to do it the way other people are doing it every day, early morning, is it possible for her?
No.
She wastes more energy into that. Rather than capturing the energy that she can use more. But yes, deadlines are different. Right? But if you have to submit something tomorrow, you will sit back in the night and do it. Right?
I definitely agree with that. That even as I work, I will, it might so happen then that if you stay up at night every day for a longer time, if that becomes your pattern, would that affect in the long term for health?
Yes, it does. I'm not denying that. But then it is weighing your pros and cons. Right? So, also trying to figure out, as you said, after 9, when there is nobody around. Right? So, what are the alternative times that you get that particular ambience or that particular space? Right? What are the alternative ways? Sleep early, wake up 4 o'clock in the morning when there is nobody there.
Exactly. So, they are night out. Even though it might make sense.
So, this is the, I feel, that is what I have noticed. This is the era where lot of people are getting into that particular zone of working that late. But then, as said, you will have to figure out the ways how to keep yourself healthy with having that particular schedule. Not denying that there are ways. There are ways which help you to deal with that. What you eat during the time when you are awake, how you manage your the sleep pattern. Are you giving enough sleep to your body? Now again this question, people say 8 hours of sleep is necessary. But if I tell you, it is your body to decide that how much sleep your body requires. I have seen people sleeping for 5 hours and being perfectly healthy. Yeah? So it is about the way you are dealing with your own body. What is your self-talk to your body? Right? What do you tell your body? Hey, I have slept at 3 o'clock, so today I will be drowsy. I'm just saying that's a self-talk. There are a lot of people who do that. Right? And vice versa, it's okay, I've slept enough. Like I have seen this happening with myself. There are days when my mind just doesn't allows me to think that I have slept enough. And even if I have slept for 5 hours, 6 hours, I feel it's not enough. Why? Because the time was different. But there are days when I have not slept at all and I'm okay. So it is about the balance that we create of being in this particular moment. This is one thing. Another philosophy or another way to look at it is regulating or trying to change your habits, which is also possible. Right? So now as you said that you cannot work when people are around. But is that particular thing possible lifetime? No. Of course not. Right? So you have to make an effort that you can be flexible. Now how to make that effort? It's a long journey. Right? But starting with that, it's okay. The moment you say that it's okay if people are around me and reflect upon what is creating that thing. Why are you thinking that if people are around you cannot work? Is there a fear of judgment? Is there a fear of you getting distracted? Where is that coming from? The moment you realize where is it coming from, it will be easy for you to develop a different habit. Let me show you. Because both are important. Giving yourself the freedom that it's okay, this is how I manage my time, but then you know that this is not always going to be the case. Right? So knowing yourself that how will you deal with that when there is, that possibility is not there. Then what? This question the mothers will answer the best. Trust me. Is it possible that just place yourself in a situation of a mother who has 2 kids? What is the time that she will get that she is all alone? 12 o'clock in the night? Do you have the energy to work after that? So it's about balancing. Right? Okay, there are certain tasks which I can do only when I'm alone. I agree with you. Okay? But then there are important tasks that I need to learn to work with people around. तो जो ऐसे बहुत ज़्यादा एनर्जी नहीं देने वाला है, रैंडम टास्क है, start doing that with people or in front of people. That will help you grow with that. Right? And the thought about the night overthinking was there a lot in coaches, right? So what happens is when you're not doing anything, the mind starts. Like, हाँ अभी मुझे ये मिला, क्योंकि पूरा दिन तो तुम उनको मिलते ही नहीं हो. You don't have time, you don't have the energy कि your mind is talking to you. I would suggest that start keeping 10 minutes of your time in the day, any time in the day, where you can actually talk to your mind. Like the mind is like a child. एक पूरे दिन में अगर बच्चे को माँ नहीं मिली हो, तो जब उसको माँ मिलेगी तो वो क्या करेगा? Right? One attention. उसका पूरा दिन कैसा गया? बड़ मेरे साथ ये हुआ, मेरे साथ ये हुआ, मेरे साथ ये हुआ. Right? That is how your mind is functioning. Because उसको attention मिला ही नहीं है. तो जब और कोई नहीं रहता है, जब नाइट टाइम होता है, then it will remind you know, this is what happened, this is what happened, this is what happened, this is what happened. But if you have already given some time, you have already done that work, तो वो उसको क्या करेगा? So if your sleep time is 11, 12, whatever, उसके आधा घंटा पहले give yourself that time and बोल बस. कैसे हम एक फ्रेंड को बोलते हैं ना, हाँ बोल. So let your mind talk to you before even really going to sleep. It can help, positive affirmations help, but not in the times when you are already anxious. So you it is, because sometimes catharsis is needed rather than affirmations. Like अगर किसी को बहुत कुछ बोलना है, उस वक्त आप उनको बोलो कि ये बोलो, ये बोलो, ये बोलो, उनको बोलना है. सामने वाला आपकी बात सुनने के स्पेस में नहीं है. So these affirmations work when your mind is in the space to listen. That's why when you do affirmations, or that's why hypnosis works. Why? Because in hypnosis you bring the mind to that that level that it is perceptive to whatever the person is saying. But if the mind is that woman talking to you and you say I am calm, say I am calm, say I am okay, वो झगड़ा करने लगेगा, राइट? भाई मेरे को नहीं सुनना है ये. So you have to bring your mind to let that mind tell you what is saying. हो सकता है वो रात को तुम पूरा रात रोओगे, but it is okay. But the important thing is you brought your mind to the level of listening. I'm sleepy. But the mind is not sleeping. Mind is waiting to sleep. Take it as कोई फ्रेंड आके तुमसे बात करने को शुरू करता है, अपना कोई एक्सपीरियंस बताने को शुरू करता है और तुम उसको बोलते हो रहने दे, अभी मत सोच, अभी इधर बैठ. Don't talk about this. This is negative. ये नहीं बोलना है, वो नहीं बोलना है. अच्छा बात बोल. अरे वो नहीं थे तैयार उस बात के लिए. That friend will never come back to you. Then if someone does that to you, will you be able to take it? It's as simple as that. Your body, your mind is your, yeah.
So I also have a follow-up question on this. Is constantly it is told to us that don't think negative, think positively, to the extent that you start believing that okay, if you have negative thoughts, you need to type them out and bring in positive thoughts. But actually, as tried doing it, it doesn't act in your favor. You get into a crisis when you don't know where your thoughts are. So I just wanted to know, is it healthy to keep only like your mind?
It's not possible. Right? We are not sadhus. Right? We have not left our world. Yes.
I have an answer to this question.
Yeah.
So it's exactly like when someone dies or something bad happens, then we not reverse. So we have to go through it until we forget about it or until we feel easy about it. So last night I went to funeral. So there is nothing that we can say that will calm them. They will get better by their time.
Yes.
And if we say anything like, okay, don't think about it, it won't harm them, it won't help them. It will make them angry.
Exactly.
Then what are you even saying? There is nothing we can do.
Right? So, as she said, people don't ever forget about someone's pain. They learn to live with it. That's what happens. Right? And coming to your question that we cannot think positive all the time. Right? Matlab, that's like asking a human being to not to be a human being. Right? But yes, what we need to do is reflect. That is very important. हम लोग अपना कवर कितने दिनों में बनाते हैं? There would be people who do it weekly, there would be people who do it 6 monthly, and ranging from whatever, right? किसी का कवर ऐसा होगा कि कभी एक चीज इधर से उधर नहीं मूव होती है. They have that spick and span. और किसी का ऐसा होगा खोलेंगे तो गिर जाएगा. But all is okay. But the point is, when you sit down to do your cupboard, don't you have different compartments? ये फेंकना है, ये डोनेट करना है, ये रखना है, ये विंडोज में पहनना है, whatever. XYZ, every person has different mechanism. समझो अगर तुमने कुछ भी निकाला नहीं कबर्ड से, खाली ऐड करते गए, तो वो कबर्ड का हालत क्या होगा? मैक्स टू मैक्स चलो थोड़ा स्पेस बढ़ाओगे, एक और कबर्ड ले लोगे, पर कितने कबर्ड लेते जाओगे? The same with mind. You need to create space for everything. This particular thought is negative, but I am not ready to let go of it is also a compartment. But I need to keep it into a compartment which is like I am still not ready to let go of it. तो वो कहीं पीछे होगा. हम लोग कैसे कपड़े रखते हैं कि ये हम कभी और देखेंगे, तो एटलीस्ट योर फ्रंट, the things that you will need to walk, you need to work in the day, तो उधर तो स्पेस है और थॉट्स रखने के लिए जगह आई. That's how computers work, right? Google अकाउंट का मैसेज आता है ना, your account is full. What do you do? Exactly. So it is lifelong. You cannot say that ये चलो मैंने आज खाली कर दिया, आज मेरा सब अच्छा हो गया, अब मुझे कुछ नेगेटिव थॉट नहीं आएगा. उसके लिए हम लोग को बहुत कुछ करना पड़ेगा. There are people who are that way, that okay, this negative thought, I do not want it to enter my space. I give it away from here itself. But that's a practice, right? So when you say meditate, people say you should not have thoughts during meditation. How many people believe that? One. How many people believe that when you meditate, you should not have thoughts? तभी मेडिटेशन हुआ जब कोई थॉट्स नहीं है. Trust me, at least I have not achieved that state. For me, meditation is when I am able to bypass the thoughts for that moment. अगर मैं ये बोलूँ कि मेडिटेशन happens when मेरे को कोई थॉट ना आए, तो उसके लिए हम लोग को बहुत काम करना है, which does happen. But with people, with the kind of schedule that we have, with the kind of things that we are dealing with, what we can do is we can be onlookers to the thought. I can see the thought, but I can stay away from it at this moment. Right? The moment you are able to do that, you are meditating. When I am very sad, or when I am very upset, or when I am not able to deal with certain things in my life, I sit down with mandalas. What happens is, I am out of the box of thinking, I am into creating. Right? So that is what meditation is for me. Today morning when I was taking a journey, there were very beautiful small flowers. When I looked at them, I was just constantly looking at them in that stretch. That was meditation for me. When I look at a bird which is beautiful, and I am just involved only with that bird, that is meditation for me. When I look at the rising sun, and I am involved only with that rising sun, that is meditation.
Observing humans can also be counted for yourself. Like I like to watch people, what they are doing, how they are doing. Even if it's small, like if children are going to school,
But then when you see beauty in If you see beauty in that observing, then it is meditation. But if you consider that, oh, what are they doing? What will happen? What is our intention? What is the daily thing happening? No. Right? What I'm trying to say is when you reach a moment of aha, right? That aha moment is meditation. And that aha moment can be anywhere. Right? I think there are a lot of things that are planned. I'm just going on and on with the queries, but I don't know how much time do we have and first thing that I'll ask you all is how many of you all understand it? How many of you have experienced your enjoyment?
In particularly, when I think about my role models, or basically I listen to some songs that connect to my role models, I feel goosebumps and I feel very energized, and the work which I do from weeks, I would do that work in like maybe 15 to 20 minutes.
So when you said goosebumps,
Yes.
that's energy flow.
Yes.
Right? So how can you tap into that?
I know what kind of energy I have, that are my energies high or are my energies low. I can get to that. I know that if I am in this zone, I am only going to spoil the energies of the people around me. It's just the reaction that I know.
Okay, whichever energy I am into, what I want to do is come back to my original energy. Every person has their own energy, right? So now let's just focus on our breath. Okay, sit in a comfortable position. Whichever position is comfortable to you all, keeping your eyes open or closed is your choice. Depends on you. Just be aware of your breathing and any sound that you hear. Letting yourself be aware of everything around you. Take a few deep breaths. Breathe in. When you breathe, you should feel that the breath is going through your middle. Breathe in and breathe out. While you're breathing out, breathe out from your mouth. Let there be a sound of your breath. This pattern of breathing, visualize breathing in the fresh freshness of this morning and breathing out all the heaviness that we're carrying, whether it's emotions, thoughts. Letting you to come into the soul of your own emotions. This pattern of breathing, breathe into the navel, breathe out of your mouth, visualizing all the stress, all the thoughts that are heavy on you are going out of the body into the breath. Now in this calm state of mind, I want you all to bring your hands, your arms front and create a ball of energy. There will be some sensation happening in between your arms. Just be aware of the sensation It could be a tingling sensation. It could be some warm sensation. What we are doing is just being aware that this is the energy that we have today. In this space, now you can afford that I bring in all positivity. I bring in strength to deal with the day. I bring in whatever I have. Whatever good I have. Now in this space, you're feeling whatever you require to go through the day. You can play with this energy ball. This is called the energy ball. The more you play with it, the more you feel that there is some sensation happening. When you have created this ball today, which has all that you need to be in the present, in the now, in this day, and deal with it as and what comes to you. And now, place this energy ball on your heart and visualize all this energy being within you. This is your energy today. Once you are done with this, whoever has eyes closed, slowly and gently looking around. Drop your palm. Place it on your face. and bring yourself back to self. I think last time also we did a meditation which was grounding. So letting everything that you are thinking, every emotion or everything just going to Mother Earth. Right? So that also is one of the ways which helps you to stop the overthinking that happens at night. Do grounding just before sleeping. That helps. You know, Shavasana, if anyone knows, you know, just lie down on the ground. Forget the name, forget everything. Just lie down flat on the ground and take a few deep breaths. Breathe in and breathe out with your mouth. That slows down your thinking. The moment you focus on your breath, the focus from thoughts is shifting. This is a very short thing which I did, but I wanted you all to be aware that you all can create energy that you are looking for. Having your arm being next to each other and focusing on your breath and having your energy being reflected on your face, that helps you create the energy that you want. Say any time you are doing a drawing or color or anything, you mix colors, right? Or you make food, you put ingredients. The first thing is that ingredient that you require. This is what you are doing. Putting all the ingredients that you require in yourself. Anything?
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm sure these few words that we are carrying today from this session, the value of positive affirmations, the value of reflections, and of course, when it comes to meditation, the first challenge that I feel, and many of us probably relate to the same, is the guided meditation or sitting ourselves alone is not enough. Somebody guides us, we feel really happy and excited, and we feel that okay, meditation is definitely going to be a part of ourselves every day, whatever time of the day it may be. Then when it comes to sitting alone, the challenge of what to do. Just like when somebody knows yoga a little, and without a yoga class, we don't know how much exercise and what to do. Likewise for meditation, but this energy ball meditation today, I think, is something that everybody can practice by themselves, because it's only reflections from within. What energies do you want for yourself? What are the tasks at hand that you want to complete, and with what energy and how much of it is with you? How much do you need to explore? How much do you need to acquire? All of that, I think the energy ball meditation really is something which is very, very possible. Yes, yes.
When we are we missed out the time management thing, you know.
Yes.
So this again is a way to do that, you know. When you are doing this meditation, kind of ask the universe to help you and guide you to really know your productive time and work during your productive time. Generally what is happening is lot of time we are working against our productive time just because there are reasons, you know. We have heard so much, ऐसे ही काम करना है. That is one. But always that is not possible. So again asking that, okay, this is the time that I have. And knowing your own limits. What is your limitation? Do you require, for a particular subject, you might require a longer time. Have you all judged with that? Have you all seen that for what do you take longer time and what do you take lesser time? Prioritizing that, okay, something which is going to take longer, is that really necessary right now? Because sometimes what happens is, हम लोग ये सोचते हैं कि this will take longer to do it first. But then that is not your forte. If that is not what you will do well, so do not start with something which you will not do well. Prioritize prioritizing again is necessary, but then understanding that what will that require, and if I start with that, what will my energy be? If I start with something else, I might have energy to do that faster. So judging your energy for what you have to do, once you do that, you will not require any other time management techniques.
I guess it's more of self-management now, more than managing what time will be managed. We manage our own selves as per the time that we
So
have.
that's how that is related, you know. Because once you have managed that, okay, this is the energy I want to be in today, the task to do becomes easy. As many of you all must have experienced, the day you all are stressed, you all are not able to achieve anything. So this will help you when you just do the releasing, the breathing, or releasing your emotions from your mouth, like I said, you know. Deep breath into your navel and breathe out. So that is releasing. So when release happens, you have more space, more energy to do. I'm sorry.
And these last words are the ones that will stay with us for the maximum duration. We retain these last words for most of our time. And thank you so much for this wonderful session, ma'am. I invite Rita for the formal vote of thanks. Of course, this calls for a bigger round of applause.
On behalf of everyone present today, I would like to extend a warm vote of thanks. First, we express our deepest gratitude to Ms. Savita N Kumar for leading us through a truly enlightening meditation session and her insights on our challenges. Your guidance in helping us experience relaxation and mindfulness was invaluable, and we are deeply grateful for the wisdom you shared. We also wish to thank our esteemed principal, Dr. Bhagwan Balani, for his unwavering support and encouragement to making this event possible. A special thanks to our Vice Principal, Professor Dr. Mandeep Kaur Kochar, for her continuous guidance, and to NSS in charge and Program Officer, Dr. Neelu Verma, for providing us with this wonderful opportunity to reflect, share, and grow together. Our heartfelt appreciation goes to the NSS members for their dedication and hard work in organizing this event. Your efforts truly made this gathering a success. Lastly, we thank our wonderful audience for your active participation. Your openness in sharing and your presence made this session meaningful. We hope today's activity has inspired you to incorporate the power of meditation in your lives. Thank you.
NSS clap good.
Thank you, everybody. The SYs can proceed to the